got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
Is it like the brown leather glove?
All right, we can work with that. The distance left on this putt is 17 feet. So close. Here's one to walk away with a par. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead.
Time to play one of the one-shotters. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Setting up now, this one from a fairway out. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. That one goes down for bogey.
That is a huge sigh of relief there, Luke. Finally gets one to go.
Let's head out and take a look at one of the highlights from on the course.
This was her third.
Let's get back to it, shall we? His second shot here. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Just one stroke back in this tournament. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. And he moves to 3 under with that one.
That's a pretty good shot right there. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
He's got around 100 yards here.
Go in. Go in.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the green.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
I like the looks of this. Okay, moving on to the next. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. Five iron on the way. Let's see if this one stays out of the rough.
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
Let's head to the 15th for another highlight. Just a beautiful strike by Morikawa to get it that close to the hole.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. par putt coming up. Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second. Now to 9, the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 5.
Players on other side of the golf course making some noise.
Time to check in with Lydia Ko.
Sitting at 3 under.
No, it's actually the opposite. We had like the blue sky.
Yeah, going for it in 2. Okay. He wants to win.
Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
That looked good, but just not enough pace. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Premium on accuracy here as bunkers are down the right-hand side and just a little small one down the left to get your attention. From there, for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green, but don't let that fool you. It drops off on all sides.
I just don't understand what you think is going to happen. Makes no sense. What do you think?
How about this birdie putt? Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
This putt from 4 feet.
This for par.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead.
Hole number 11 is a par 3.
Yeah. And LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the goats. Yeah. Whoa. We actually don't have a bad pro shot on either. Here's that pro shot.
This would be a great up and down.
You understand, we are in Florida, but like, in the part of Florida that we live in,
Great touch. Really nicely played. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
like, there's no, like, bad
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Here we are on the 12th, a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up-and-down birdie.
He's setting up for his second shot. He's 2 shots back.
like on the peninsula. There's no room. We're like Kansas Beach. There's the bay, Kansas Bay. We're here.
Opting for the 4-iron here. And this from the green side rough.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I'm not saying it's an hour and a half because if it was just straight distance.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par.
I've heard Dexter is good. I have heard like guys
Oh, talk about pinpoint accuracy. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Currently at 3 under for the event. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
that is, I'm not taking
Oh, absolutely flushed. From about 100 yards. 3 behind our leader. Not bad. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And he will move to 4 under par now. Let's begin the 14th. And he's right in the thick of it. Needs to really make a move soon, though. Well struck.
Okay, I like it. It's LT, but I like that hole.
Yeah, good job. This wind is getting up out here.
Well, this is an important putt. Is it a must make?
It is a must make, and I'm excited to see what they can produce.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Yeah, you probably have a few years and
That will definitely work.
04, 05, what was it, one year he had like 28, and then the very next year he had like 34 and broke the record, and then in like 05, Sean Alexander broke the record or something. They were like, I know they were going back and forth for a couple of years.
This is a 7-iron on the way. All right, the putter can come out now. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Pretty sure it's going to take quite a dive to the right here.
Well, that one was a bit firm. This one is 5 feet away. That one just rolls by. All right, bogey putt. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
Here's the par 3 16th hole. This is a 9-iron on the way. This one from a long ways away. Seems like that one could have been a lot worse. 3 feet to the cup.
A good look at par here.
As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in 2nd place. A par 4 here.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Here's the 2nd on 17.
I don't hate that. He's the man. I'll say as a
Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie.
I really hope this one drops for him.
All right, not bad from there.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and seems so in this case.
As we head to the next hole, our leader has a 2-shot advantage. The 18th hole is a par 5.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5, most of the players just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the 3rd shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
okay, side same way.
Time now for the 4th shot. Currently trailing by 2 shots.
You already have 2 of my.
A look at the lie in the greenside rough. That was the right distance and the right club. Well done. And as that putt drops, he finishes the event. So the event comes to an end, and he has a T2 to his name.
Solid, if not unspectacular. Didn't get the victory, but a lot of positive takeaway with that runner-up finish.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.
Honestly, it's another Charger jersey. He's got to be the jersey. The Brian talking. I don't know about players. Like, I don't hate the Brian talking. But Henry, bro. Then went on to rush for like fucking 10,000 yards. Oh, Greg Olsen, bro. Rex Grossman were unstoppable. Football. I know y'all all this football stuff. Let me get a Dante Hall Chiefs jerseys. Oh, remember the joystick Dante Hall? Don't pick the ball, Dante Hall. Dante. I might have to play on the screen. Let's go Bears stop. Tony Gerhardt? Are you talking about? You're talking about. He's talking about Toby. He's talking about Toby. Yeah. Go with it. He's not talking about me. He's talking about Toby. That's not cool.
So good.
creamsicles, though. No, they stopped the creamsicles in like the early.
Doug Williams. Yeah, Brooks creamsicle.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. All right, it's time to get the balls in the air for the opening round coverage. Let's head out onto the course. Hello, everyone. I'm Luke Elvey. Thrilled to have you with us here. I've got Rich Beam beside me in the booth, and out on the course, as always, is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. There's great anticipation in the air, and we're delighted to have you with us as we begin this next event on 2K Sports. We head down to the first tee now. Okay, he's got that one in the air, heading out onto the fairway, and that's going to set the tone for the day. TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course, made on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely, and this hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layout. Hit one close here.
Oh, what a shot! Mark it down as an eagle. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. And it's time to recap that play.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
At -2, going along nicely today. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say Nolans. How good is it here to be on the Bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss a green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it, as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
They're the second-year Brock Purdy, right? Or third-year Brock Purdy?
That is a golf shot dialed in right to the number. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the second.
And a sight we're used to seeing a lot, Xander Schauffele in top spot. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
And as we move along, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to this green. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
This one's going right at the pin here. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And let's take a look at this shot from moments ago.
And this is a great opportunity, a great look from long range.
Okay, time to return to the action. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It looks like it's going left to right on this putt.
Oh, that's a nice looking roll. And after that hole, this player is in second in the standings, just 1 spot shy of Xander Schauffele. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped.
It's almost like a magnet for your golf ball.
You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
That made no sense.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That'll make par a lot easier to make from there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Now to Roseng. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. As we update the standings, this player is currently sharing first place on the leaderboard alongside Xander Schauffele. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That might be one club too many. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Putting for bogey here.
This is no gimme, guys. There's a lot of right to left here still.
Xander Schauffele currently in top spot. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Let's head out to the 7th hole. Now let's head to Tom Kim. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. On the tee of the par 4 10th hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Good looking shot this. This is his second shot. 1 stroke off the lead. This should play. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Good chance to move to 6 under par here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Just one off the lead after that hole. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
And checking in the standings, our player has moved back to the top of the leaderboard. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible.
Bentley.
Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Not a bad line, this one. And he's safely on the green. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Yeah, that was slightly misjudged. Okay, let's head to the next. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Opting for the 5-iron. This player's dialed in. What a shot.
The excitement, it's starting. You can hear it.
Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. In the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Back.
Oh, that is brilliant. Look at this one.
This one might just
Oh!
Just a short putt remaining here. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And as we look at the leaderboard, he now has a 3-shot advantage. Second shot here on the 16th. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, has given that one a bit of a wide berth. And that should secure the par on this one. A quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first place, with Xander Schauffele in second. Good shot there, Beamer. Let's head over to the 15th hole, shall we? Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Ah, it's disappointing. So close to a birdie. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 18th hole is a par 5. Nicely done. Already with multiple victories this season. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
And a lovely way to finish his day, closing the round with a birdie.
That's 62 now.
Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
Not bad whatsoever, but still just the opening day. Lots of golf left to play. However, it does give you a little boost of confidence going forward, knowing that right now you're at the top of your form.
Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. And we've got final round coverage coming your way right now. I'm Luke Elvey, glad to have you back with us. Oh, Rich, can you smell that in the air? That's opportunity, isn't it? Our players a chance to win today.
Should be a lot of nerves. They got the lead. They've been sleeping on it overnight. That is never an easy thing to do. Almost an uncomfortable situation at times, but they are playing well, so they have that confidence going into the final round. But this is going to be a tough afternoon ahead.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Henny, what does his lie look like down there?
You don't get lucky this often out on a golf course. It's in the second cut, but looking nice. This might be a bit too much club.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And if this can go down, he'll save par. Currently 10 under for the event. Let's take a look at this par 5 second hole. That was wonderfully done. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This is the movement in this one. It should start right, and I think it'll come back to the left after that. Let's see.
15 feet to the cup.
A great birdie chance here.
So close. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. It never feels nice. A 3-putt par here. Here we are at the 3rd hole, a par 3.
Going with the 4-iron here.
Oh, so close. Lining up the birdie putt here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
And after that hole, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard with Xander Schauffele in 2nd.
Attaboy, good shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Now he's eyeing up around 160 here.
This one is right down the pipe. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. 14-footer. This would be his first birdie of the day.
This one starting out way to the right.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Yep, that shot safely on the green.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
Big putt for par coming up. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Here we are at the 6th hole.
No harm, no foul there with that shot. This one is chewing fiber.
Gee, I wish I could play like this myself.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome, awesome.
We've arrived at the par 5 7th.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped. You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Here's a chance to get to 12 under. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. And as we move on to the next, our featured player leads by 4. On the tee now with the par 4 8th.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Yeah, that one's looking good. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
The only movement in this putt is by the hole, and it's to the right.
And that'll ensure he remains in first place. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. That wasn't quite the target he was looking at, I'm sure of that. This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, looks to have chosen a pretty good line. Started that well right. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, he's looking at a bogey putt here.
Well, Rich, that's always a nice way to get going out of the gates and in top spot. Impressive.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
Will it find the grass?
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
Second shot here at the 10th.
Oh, this is looking long.
Oh, well done. Always nice to have a birdie putt. That's disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Teeing off here at the 11th. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. 2 wins so far this season. Now he's got his eyes set on the putting surface. An aggressive play here. Well, that'll work there. He's standing over his 3rd shot. Currently leading by 2. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
Xander Schauffele is coming off a birdie at his last hole, and that will take him to 2 strokes behind our leader. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. From around 170 yards here.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
This one's for birdie. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. The 13th hole is a par 4.
Nicely done.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
A birdie putt awaits. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Our leader has built a 3-shot par for here as we head over to the next. On the tee here of the par 3 14th. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
And that came out with some heat on it. In she goes. Let's head to the next. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Well, that's a handy shot. Time for the second shot at the 15th.
Club up. I like this play.
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Around 41 feet away from the cup.
Ooh. An opportunity to make a par here. Oh, he's up, Tiger. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Time for the second shot at the 16th. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. This 17th hole is a par 3.
Yeah.
Opting for the 4-iron here. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Oh, this is going hard left.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here at the 18th.
That dog will hunt.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Big time bunker shot here. If it goes in, he'll win the tournament. Oh, he's hit a good bunker shot there, but that one's pretty close. Well, this is a big moment if I've ever seen one. They need this putt to force extra. And with that, Rich, this one's actually going to extra holes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got extra holes coming your way.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
Well, here we go, Rich. A sudden death playoff to decide this championship.
Oh, such an exciting day, Luke. Let's get into it.
Quality shot, that one. This is his second shot. Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else, hit your shot and hit it close.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And he's down there. You got a read?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this.
That was long range for him. That's good stuff.
It all comes down and the pressure builds. That forces this playoff to another hole. This playoff ain't over yet. Let's head to the next hole. Going with the 4-iron here. Well, that was a bit wayward,
Well, I
wasn't
just
it?
lost.
That's not ideal finding the water, especially Italy in a playoff. Let's see if they can recover. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Well, that was a gold medal performance, wasn't it, Rich? Hats off to our man, Xander Schauffele.
Huge congratulations to Xander. What a talent this kid is. Love watching him play.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for the opening round of the Falcon Open. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. Can't you feel the energy surrounding this championship? So much history, so many great champions. Let's see how this one plays out. Come on, sit. It's a little wayward.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Short game has always been stellar, and that's just why.
Now, man on the ground, John McCarthy has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This one will be breaking quite hard to the left.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently at +1 for the day. And now onto the par 3 second. Oh, that's a great approach shot. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 11th.
This putt is about 8 feet. Well, I don't mind this par putt. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
That'll work there. Well, Rich, I never went to university, but Tiger Woods has basically been my thesis. The young man's 18 days older than I am, and it has been an absolute privilege to witness his greatness. What are some things that stand out for you in the legendary Tiger Woods?
I just think it's, I mean, you just look at the history of what he's done, where he's won, the number of times, the, you know, doing the impossible and doing it right in front of your eyes, like a magician, kind of going, well, wait, how did that happen? No, that can't be. And yet, time and time again, I'll never forget, I think it was the second time I'd ever played with him. It was actually funny enough. I was playing with him because I beat him at the PGA Championship in 2002. But we go to the Grand Slam of golf, and it's the second round, and he's beating Justin Leonard, Davis Love, and myself by like 100 shots after, 24 holes or something like that. I mean, he was just running us over. And we get to this par 5, and it's right back in the teeth, and I just absolutely busted drive out there. He hits one about 30 by me. I have to lay up, obviously, and the pin is kind of back right, water all the way in the front and to the right of this green. And he pulls out driver, hits it off the deck to about 6 feet, and I just kind of sit there and look at my caddy, and I go, how come you didn't tell me to hit that shot? And he just starts laughing, like, we don't have that shot there, Rich. And it's just like I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, normally you think he's going to hit out to the left or lay it up or this and that. He just takes driver and just whips this sucker right into the heart of the green about 6-10 feet away, whatever it was. And I'm just like going, I mean, it was really hard getting the grass out of my teeth because my jaw was just scraping along for so far walking down that fairway. I mean, that's one small fragment of the many stories people can tell you about what it was like to witness him playing in person when he was at his best.
Now just 1 over par. Oh, how about this? And he's holed it. What a shot.
I can't believe that. Just out of nowhere from that far away? That's sensational.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And that will take him now to 1 under for the event.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
Nothing quite like an eagle at the last, almost as good as a shrimp on the bobby.
Oh my, right by the hole. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Oh, what a putt.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
And hole number 7 is a par 5. Well played, mate.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Well, good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Here we are, hole 8 to par 4. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. This shot from around 210 yards. Oh, almost went in. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. Time now to begin the 9th hole, Rich. Choosing the 9-iron here. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Hey guys, we're checking in down here with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 2nd.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Ooh. That's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Time to face a par 4.
Dude, I love trick shots, John.
Right.
That shit talks to my inner child 100%.
Handy effort, that one. John, you're down there. What's happening?
Hey guys, we are checking in here with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 3rd.
And back to the course with the live action. Standing over his 2nd shot. A chance to move to 5 under par. And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, I've got it left to right and quick down this hill.
So close. Nah, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Wow. Back into play from the rough. Wow. Putting for a bogey. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Here we are at the 11th, a par 4. Sitting at -3. Going with the pitching wedge here. There's this one to kick right. 8 feet to the cup. And that putt will drop. And he'll extend his lead. And that will take him to 4 under. The 12th hole is a par 4. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last.
Armel.
Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. Lining up this putt, still some meat on the bone. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Oh, it's so hard to tell, but I think it's a little bit right to left. Yep, that works. Nicely done.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And now 4 under for the tournament. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Opting for the 9-iron. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
Started this one on a pretty good line. Tracking.
Yahtzee!
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. Ah. 12 feet to the cup coming up. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. After a quick look at the leaderboard, our featured player is on top with Rory McIlroy in second. Hole number 15 is a par 5. Oh, well played. Already with multiple victories this season.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. He has this putt to save his par. And he's down there. You got a read?
This is a big old left-to-righter. Good putt there. That'll work.
And as we head to the next tee, our featured player leads by 2. On the tee now, the par 4 16th. Let's head out to the 8th hole.
And it's about 245 yards to the pin from here.
His second shot here. Yeah, that was a safe play. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. That's well judged. Good speed, good line. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
This one is for par.
Holding steady in first place after that one. Standing on the 17th, it's a par 5.
Ooh, catching the downslope. This might chase out a little more.
That's tidy. Well played. Oh, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. That's disappointing. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And that will take him to 5 under. Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18th. That's some good golf right there. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, this one. It's looking like a 230-yarder. With this wind, that's a thing of beauty.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here. And that's a nice way for the round to end. Finishing up with the birdie. That's a nice way to start this tournament, opening up with the first round lead.
Absolutely it is. You always want to see your name up on top of that leaderboard, no matter which round you're in. After the first round, though, so far, so good.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time now to crown a champion here of the Falcon Open. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem, as always, and delightful to have you with us. Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Never easy going to bed with the lead, and they're out here today. It's probably weighing on them a little bit. I got to say, though, this player has been playing well. That's why they have the lead. So they have to be excited, and they have to like their chances going to this final round.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
Just a slight break to the left on this.
He'll like to look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. And now standing on the second, it's a par 3. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. Okay, good start. At the junction, it's going to indicate right.
That was pretty straightforward. And now -7 for the event. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Time for the second shot into the third. Great shot. An eagle putt awaits. Well, that's an early statement right there.
Fantastic start right out of the gate.
And now onto the par 3 fourth hole.
Don't stop now. Keep on.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's looking at an elevated green, definitely up the hill.
Time for a little bit of focus here. This is a lengthy putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one is breaking left to right.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Yeah, that's well judged. He had the right line there. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is for par.
Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. That should find the fairway. He's setting up for his second shot. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
That one's going to turn out pretty well, I think. 7 feet to the cup. So close to a birdie, but that'll be a par. That's a tough one to swallow. A 3-putt par in the end. We've reached the 8th hole. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Unable to find the green on this one.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. On the tee now with a par 3 9th. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, my. That one was right down the stack from the tee. What a shot. Yeah, nicely played. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm down here. I've done the read. And this is a left-to-righter.
And Rich, as our feature player, makes the turn. He seems to be doing everything right out there.
So impressive all week long. I gotta say, this player is on top of the golfing world at the moment.
Sitting at 9 under. And he's safely on the green with that shot. 13 feet to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Well, our leader has built quite a comfortable advantage here. It's 7 shots as we head to the next. Well, I love these holes. The short par 4. Do you be bold or lay up?
This hole is so important at this critical time. Go for it. Lay it back. How much do you trust your swing?
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Putting for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And now he'll move to 10 under for the tournament. Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Oh, that's a members bounce right there. Lovely.
That's nicely done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Some stunning views from up here, because this green, well, it's very downhill.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Oh, that's consecutive birdies now. And look at the reward.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
That might go straight home.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
And this putt coming up for his par. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's staring down 23 feet here.
That one went by with a bit of speed, didn't it? This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
For bogey.
And now that finds him in first place. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey at the last. That wasn't pretty. Hopefully this one is better.
That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. This would be a great up and down. And he needs this to save par. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one looks like it will start straight and then move to the right.
A bit long on that one. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Here we are at the par 5 15th. That's a good-looking shot there. This is his second shot. Lovely effort that. Putting for birdie here. And the putt drops, now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
Second shot here on the 16th. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. That was special.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. And our featured player has now built a comfortable 6-stroke advantage on the field. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. From around 220 yards. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. Welcome to the par 4 18. Opting for the 4-iron here. Oh, I don't mind the look of this one. In fact, this is looking fantastic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fine performance. He's done it. He's won the tournament.
3 on the season so far. This player is absolutely dominating right now. Great stuff.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We've got opening round coverage of the Renaissance Championship. It looks like a great day out there. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group. John McCarthy on the course as well. We're about to find out who's going to go low today. It's all coming up right here. An exciting day on 2K Sports. This looks like a 190-yard shot. Not super tight, but a makeable putt. This one is 13 feet out.
This for a birdie. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second. I like that one. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
And from around 135 yards.
That's a really nice shot. This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. Man, that was close. A 3-footer coming up. That one drops.
John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 8th.
And after that hole, our featured player is in first place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
That is going to work.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down.
Setting this one up from about 100 yards away. That is how you play it. And now a birdie look at the third. The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. That's unfortunate.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Here's a par putt. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Oh, that was pure. Rich, every time we get the chance to wax lyrical about Tiger Woods, you think, how else can we sing his praises? How can we eloquently describe one of the greatest careers in the history of sports?
Luke, I don't know how you say anything more about Tiger that hasn't been said or written or shown. I mean, if you look at the history books, his name comes up a lot, and for good reason. You know, the numbers are astounding. The major victories are astounding. You know, this guy, it wouldn't surprise me if a spaceship came down and he decided to just walk on it and fly back to his home planet. He's just otherworldly like that. And the way that he's gone through his entire career and time again produce when you think, well, no, he can't do this again. Well, okay, yes, he can. It's phenomenal. I just got to say that I am so privilege to have played against the man, beat him once. I made it count, however, but I mean, just to play in his era was, I tell stories about it for my end of days.
This will play nicely.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Aggressive play on the par 5, and it pays off.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
This is looking good early. Tracking nicely. And it goes in. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player is up by 5. We have a par 3 here. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. Setting up here with a long putt. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
And the short par putt is good. Getting set for the next hole, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. I think this one will find the fairway quite easily. Let's take a look at what happened earlier today.
I got to say, his short game is one of the best in the game.
Pretty straightforward shot, about what you'd expect to see from this player.
Going with 4-iron here. That's another green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And that counts. That's the 5th birdie of the day. We start the back 9 with a par 4. Wow, he's going to like that one. And not the right touch. Okay, that's going to play. This putt from a good distance away.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
This one on a good line.
Oh, you rotten thing.
The 11th hole at Yoho River is a great par 3, and the green just sort of sits out there in a little meadow.
I don't know if they've named any of these holes, but to me, this hole should be called Moose Antlers, because every bunker out here looks like some moose antlers. What a cool feature of it. Just don't find them. You don't want to hit it in the moose antlers.
Not a bad play, that one. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
What a disappointment. And now we go back to the 5th hole where this happened just a moment ago.
Fantastic approach here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
John, what's going on out there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 18th.
Second shot here on the 12th. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Such a unique design. Some of the greatest par threes on the planet are less than 150 yards. This is one of them. Not much here, but the runoff area is short and long. It could be maddening. What a design. What a hole. Make two here. Happy days.
Welcome to the 14th hole. It's a par 5. Well struck. 3 wins already this season. Setting up for his 3rd shot. Oh, just missed. This putt to get to 10 under par. That's well holed. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack.
This one looking pretty good off the tee. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
What a beautiful leave right there.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
He's got it rolling now. 11 under par for the championship. 16, a par 4.
You got to take it down the left-hand side, flirting with that bunker. Anything out to the right-hand side, you have a blind second shot. And from there, this is where it gets fun and interesting. A long, narrow green with water all the way down the right-hand side, a massive bunker on the left. Most players, the smart ones anyways, are going to leave their second shots just on the front edge or just short of the green.
On the green, but a long way away. John, give us a read on this putt.
This putt's going to go uphill, break left to right.
Well done from back there.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Time now for a par 3.
Well, thankfully, since it's got length, they've given you a chance to run the golf ball on in case you can't fly it that far. If you missed it left and right, you're going to find some bunkers. But for those players just trying to find the front part of the green, run it up there, this is a really cool hole for them.
That's a good one to build momentum on. Trying to get to 12 under par. Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
4 feet remains.
Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Let's take a moment to update everything on the course with a look at the leaderboard. We finish on 18 with a par 4.
Tee shot has to challenge the bunkers down the right and carry them, but not quite reach the bunker on the left-hand side. Find the fairway and just sit back and soak in the view. The second shot on this, going back into the Rocky Mountains, it just doesn't get any more majestic than this. What a finishing hole.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. This putt from 6 feet away. He finishes with par on 18. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and he finds himself in first place.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you soon.